Alright, so real quick demonstration of the falling object generator and being hooked up into the logic gate. So first things first, the splitter function is that the logic gate is connected to each of the falling object generators. You can make, I don't know what the limit is, but it's a lot. I know you can do at least 20 on here. So each of these is a falling object generator connection and output, and when message received, it tells it what to generate. You can pick between any of these. You can do a random. However, the random does include a boulder and a mine toy. So be careful with that when you're setting it to random, that you don't blow your son or daughter up and ruin their day. So there's that. I've been setting it all to tennis ball, just because I think that one's a nice little harmless one. And let me go back here. So that's that. The second element is the repeater. So we want every 10 seconds we want the ball drop to occur. I'm gonna actually tune this down to like 5. Let's go with 5. So it's happen a little bit quicker. And I need to make an adjustment. I'll come back and explain this one. We're going to set this one to 4. Okay, so every 5 seconds, we're going to send a signal. So now this is the important part that a lot of people miss with the repeater tool, that they don't get it to work. The logic gate, you want to send a signal to the logic gate on repeat. Repeat is important here. You want to send input to the logic gate on repeat. What a lot of people do is they go and set it like every other thing, when it's turned on, send the signal, and that will only send one signal when it's initially turned on. What you want is repeat, because repeats when the interval hits, and it will hit off that initial startup as well. So you don't have to worry about that. It'll kick off one right away, and it'll kick off one at the 5-second mark, and each 5-second mark thereafter. So I'm gonna so we got that. So we have it on 5-second repeat. Send a signal to this. It's going to send a signal to our falling object generators. The second little thing I got going on here is just a little cleanup mechanism. What this is there's a logic gate connection here that says every time you send an output signal, which is counted once for all the connections it makes, it sends one output signal each time. So it's counted one time. Every time you do that, I want you to increment this counter, and we're going to go up to a count of, let's do 3 for now. And then, actually let's do 2. 2. Alright, so we're going to do 2. We're going to keep it visible so that we can kind of keep an eye on it, and then kick off a time delay. Since this is why I set this to 4, because our generation's at the 5 point. So we're going to have a little 1 second delay, but it's going to kind of keep the ball falling object stuff in a sort of a straightaway, no interruption kind of thing, so it looks continuous, I think is the word I'm looking for. So those are all the different pieces. I have 2 buttons here. What you probably want to use is a area trigger for whoever you set this up for. Just for the sake of being able to kick it off easily, I did trigger. So this one is going to start the repeater, and then the repeater is going to kick off its repeat to the logic. So there's our kickoff, cleanup, kickoff, cleanup, and another ball drop. So you can do this with as many. If you want something to accumulate, you can make it. All you need to really do is set your counter up to something. The only reason I like these low counts and maybe go with more ball generators, or I kept calling them ball generators, falling object generators, is it kind of messes. I don't like this effect of random, clearing the entire ground of a lot of things at one time. I don't know, it takes something away from it for me. I'll let you take a quick look at it. Going all the way up to 10. Get all these things on the floor, and then they just kind of all go away at once. And I don't think that's very, I don't know, there's no flow to it. It's not what's going on here? That doesn't make any sense. Whereas if one thing's dropping and disappearing, and one thing's dropping fast, you got a lot of them, I think that makes a little bit more sense. But we'll see. So you see, like I said, we have a big clear and then back to one. So I kind of just like the 2 count because it just gives it a little bit more of a natural flow of I'm gonna play with 1 real quick here. Let's see how 1 works. I might just drop it and clean it up before. I actually like that. So maybe we don't even need the counter. Maybe we just need the time delay right after that, and we can skip that whole middle part. Because that, I don't know. There's something clean about that, right? Like drop, disappear, drop, disappear. And you could probably, if you wanted a ball pit, you could probably just do that. So if we wanted to make this whole thing. These shouldn't be cleared. Maybe a smaller one of these. But so yeah, if you wanted the, I guess if you wanted the ball pit, you could fill these, you could pre-fill these, and then have the thing continuously dropping and clearing on a timed interval. So there you go. That's kind of an idea. Maybe I'll make this again in a smaller version. But that way, I think both things are important. You want the aesthetic piece of it. You want it to look right and make sense to the eye, so it doesn't throw the person off. And I think this has the right look to it. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed the video. I talked a little bit longer than I intended. Sorry about that. Have a good one, and hope I was of some help.